Hello everyone, welcome to Whack Comics. I'm here with my co-host, as always, Tyler. How you going, man?
Oh my gosh, yes!
This is amazing. I just want everyone to know this wouldn't happen on anyone else's stream.
No,
Okay?
it would
Get this
not.
done
Oh
shit.
my god, it would be frowned
Only
upon by
the
most
best
people.
content over here.
Hey, we go live.
Oh, wow.
And earthquakes happen.
No, you're not.
Oh shit.
Oh, well, it's about that time of the show, right?
Oh, must be. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Hello everyone, welcome to Whack Gossip XOXO. I'm here with my
Why do you sound sad?
Huh?
Why do you sound sad?
Do I sound sad? So I'm gonna sound more enthused. Let's start again.
Hi everybody.
Hi
I'm
everyone.
here with
Alright, let's start again.
Hello everyone, welcome to Whack Comics. I'm here with my co-host, as always, Tyler. How you going, man?
Oh my gosh, yes!
This is amazing. I just want everyone to know this wouldn't happen on anyone else's stream.
No,
Okay?
it would
Get this
not.
done
Oh
shit.
my god, it would be frowned
Only
upon by
the
most
best
people.
content over here.
Hey, we go live.
Oh, wow.
And earthquakes happen.
No, you're not.
Oh shit.
Oh, well, it's about that time of the show, right?
Oh, must be. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Hello everyone, welcome to Whack Gossip. Is that what you were after? I don't know. We got some gossip for everyone. This is Tyler, and he's got the gossip as well. We've got
Yibbity dibbity
tea.
dee!
We're gonna be drinking the tea. I hope you brought your own tea as well.
Yeah, that was good. That was better.
We've got lots of stuff to talk. We've got the Simon Farrell saga continues.
Oh,
Joe
does
Biden
it?
stepped down from office. It's the saddest moment for America. Not only America, but the whole fucking world. I'm sad as shit
I
down
like
here.
that you made the thumbnail on the decision to put Joe Biden on there.
Yeah, it had to be Joe. So there's a lot of tea to spill, and there's might be even more tea that's like a bit secret for later on.
We have Secret Tea.
Secret tea.
That was my old nickname.
Really?
Secret Tea.
Secret tea.
And then I'd
Did
go,
you- Were you good at telling secrets, or like keeping secrets, or would you like spoil the secrets for everyone?
I like to think of myself as a good secret listener.
Listener. Yeah. So you don't.
Like someone tells me a secret, and I listen to that secret.
You listen good.
Yeah.
That's good. So what's happening with Joe?
Like in general?
Yeah, we gotta.
I think he's going
Joe.
live today or tomorrow or something.
Hey,
I think he's supposed to be on TV today or tomorrow.
is he? Because you were telling me that he might be dead.
Yeah, there was a rumor for like a couple days that he might be dead, but
That's some gossip, man, right there.
we don't really know. It's just exactly what you just said. It's gossip. It's just a rumor, and I don't think it's a good rumor or like even kind of factual. It's just.
I really hope that he's not dead. It'll make me so sad because like him stepping down is enough to deal with, and if he died at the same time, double whammy.
Yeah, at least we have Kamala.
What's her name?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris. This is my first time hearing her name.
That's our vice president.
Is it really?
It is.
I didn't know that. And so that was Joe Biden's vice president.
Yeah, still is, not just
Still is.
was.
Yeah. I had no idea. You didn't
Yeah.
tell me that.
Yeah.
It's up to you to educate me on American politics, okay?
As far as I understand, she initially got famous from dating Montel Williams.
Who's that?
He's a famous person from like the 90s.
What's he famous for?
That's a great question. I want to say he was a singer, or maybe he was an actor.
Okay. He had something that he did.
And she dated him and then got into politics. And honestly, I think that's probably wrong. She might have already been in politics and then dated him. But I know that's her comeuppance.
That's a part of her origin story.
It's part of the origin story.
Yeah.
It just might not be in order.
No, yeah.
It might be like where it starts the origin. It's like, no. Let's go back
Yeah.
to the very beginning.
Yeah, let's go back to the beginning.
Yeah, let's go back to the beginning.
Yeah.
And like a part 2, it'll gloss over that into the past.
And like, let's go back to the beginning before it started.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ways you can go back to the beginning.
Yeah. You thought you knew what happened, but this is the real story.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? How's it looking? Are people swinging towards her? She's no Joe, is she?
Are we really talking?
I want to know. Joe's my favorite. She's no Joe.
I think there are people that like her for sure. It's usually about 50-50.
Okay. You don't want to talk about this anymore?
No, I'm surprised you even care.
You know how much I love Joe Biden.
I know, but this isn't Joe.
Yeah, but this affects me a lot. This is Joe's vice president. I'm only learning this now.
Yeah.
So it still is Joe.
Yeah, basically.
Everything's Joe. When you think about it, everything comes back around to Joe Biden.
It's like the Kevin Bacon thing.
Yeah, yeah. What's that game? 3 Degrees of Kevin Bacon? It's 3 Degrees of
yeah. 5 degrees of Kevin Bacon or something.
Is it 5 degrees or 3 degrees?
I want to say it's 5, but it could probably be 3 now that he's in the MCU.
Yeah.
It makes it like a cheat code for that.
I got to know, is that degrees in Celsius or Fahrenheit? Because it's a big difference.
I don't know.
Because it's a big difference, you know? Like, if it was 3 Fahrenheit, that would be different for me.
That's true.
It was 3 Celsius.
Celsius is technically more degrees overall because it like sums up the degrees. You know how you said with Australians are lazy? Yeah, that's what Celsius is. It's just lazy.
You got the magnet now too, and you can look at it.
It's like you know how like in America we'll say it's like 72 degrees. In Australia, it would just be 70 or 75. There's no in between degrees.
It doesn't get that high. We don't like high numbers either.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, there's like in Fahrenheit, you skip all those middle degrees by using Celsius.
Yeah, I suppose.
You just skip them.
Yeah.
How it's 20, it's 21.
What is it now? It's 19 right now.
Oh shit.
19 degrees. Should we say we got a couple people in the chat? Let's say hello to some people. We had Gary join us in the chat first. How you going, Gary? Jonathan's dropping the hashtag feral. We're gonna get into the feral saga.
Yeah.
And there's a big update on this. Okay, we got to get into this after.
I don't even know it yet.
There's a huge update, and I think Simon is smart. I've decided after everything, he's smart, and I'll tell you why.
You're gonna have to fucking sell me on that one.
What kind of malarkey we got here? There you go, Mark. The malarkey.
That's a Joe Biden thing. He says malarkey.
Oh, does he?
He does.
We were talking about getting Joe Biden tattoos to commemorate Joe Biden, our king. And this is a good one. But what was your one that you said?
For Joe Biden?
Yeah. I'll tell you mine. Once you've had Biden, your asshole is widen. That's mine.
Oh, yeah. What did I say?
Yeah.
Didn't I just say it? Let me look it up while you keep clicking.
Yeah. All right. Dez is in here. How you going, Dez? Ben? How you going, freaky motherfucking Louie? Good to see you. Boring. Thanks. Thanks for that.
Us or Joe Biden? Either way, that's offensive, really.
Yeah, I hope it's not Joe Biden. Chop and Drop. How you going, man? Good to see you. And Kenneth, we got Kenneth in here as well. Thanks everyone for joining us. For some whack gossip.
Oh, I said once in Biden, always in Biden.
That's it. Yeah. But yeah, I was thinking of some Joe Biden tattoos would be cool. Even if we just got like Joe, like on our knuckles, and maybe just like on here, just like an XOXO on this one.
Or a B.
Or a B, yeah. A bee biting your finger. It's a pun.
Oh, like a bumblebee.
Yeah.
Or how about like a Transformers bumblebee?
Yeah.
That would be even a deeper cut. Or a picture of a mug with steam and then a bumblebee from Transformers. Joe B.
Hey Gary, see you, man. All right, let's get into the Feral Saga. Okay, because there's something I want to show you, and this is what I think Simon's got something going on here, you know, because I was looking at his views. You know, he gets pretty good views on most of his videos. You know, sits around 200 on most of them, and has a couple that breaks, you know, near 1,000. The one that he's been commenting on, you know, for like back and forth with this guy for ages, is up to 8,000 views.
Oh shit!
So he's been working the fucking algorithm on that shit by commenting.
Because of the comment section, you think?
Yeah, well, it's that one comment has like 57 replies. You know?
There's no way. Because couldn't anyone fucking do that? You could just go do that on a video. There's no way that would just put it into that.
I was looking at it as like maybe his Melbourne videos gets a lot of views, you know. So I was looking through his Melbourne videos and was like, no, his Melbourne videos, his ones like that they don't get that kind of views, you know. There's no way, none of them. So I went up to the top, and you hit popular. Where's another Melbourne Collectors Market video in his top views and his top videos? There isn't one.
I still don't know. I feel like you can't just jump to that. We'd have to do it in another video.
Hey?
We'd have to do the comments in another video to see, like...
I reckon that played a big hand in it, for sure.
Well, I want to see him.
Interaction on a video, good or bad, always helps the algorithm of the video, you know? It's like people...
Perfect Italiano.
To fucking like and subscribe and all that shit, you know? But where are we? 57 replies. We've got... we have to try and find where we were.
We have to sum up, too.
Yeah. Do you want to give a sum up while I'm trying to find...
The sum up to this point is... Simon keeps calling this guy a dork.
Yeah.
And that just over and over and over again. And we had invited this guy, Jamie Pine Fan, onto Whack Live. And he told us that our small podcast sucks or something.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
Yeah. But it's
like we were already there last time too, but they just keep saying dork.
But it started because we found out about this because Simon jumped into our live show and said someone in the video called him a feral. So that's how it all started. Okay. I just had to give that. So here we go. Do you want to keep on?
Okay. So the last thing Lee says, we do not have a dead podcast. Oh yeah, he called it a dead podcast. We are live with 3 people right now. Count them 3. Wait, it dropped to 2. You're a dork. Come on the podcast. Okay. Simon said, oi. Leave my dork alone. He's my dork. Then he said, where are you, dork? I thought you won. Winners don't quit things. They start. They keep them rolling.
But we got to look at the days.
Oh, 2 weeks ago, 12 days ago, then 10 days. So 2 days later.
So every 2 days, he's hitting this guy up.
Simon replied to himself and said, troll anyone lately, dork? So like 4 days apart. Okay, then Jamie Pine responded, imagine being this obsessed and ass mad. I've never heard that word. I like that.
Yeah.
Ass mad? It's one word. Imagine a shirt that says, I'm ass mad right now. That's a fucking shirt. Imagine being this obsessed and ass mad over someone on the internet, rent free, laugh my ass off. Simon said back, "Yay, I missed you, Jamie." He's not Jamie. He's his fan. He's a fan of Jamie. Get it right, Simon. It didn't feel right going through a day without calling you a dork. You wish I was mad at the world like you, but you're right about my obsession. I am definitely obsessed with calling you a dork. Thank you for coming back. You're a dork. Then he said back, rent free. Oh God, Simon, Jesus. Simon said, stay as long as you like, you're a dork. 2 days later, he said, we hope you're enjoying your stay at the Faro Hotel. This is a friendly reminder that you're a dork. Just imagine this dude gets that notification out of fucking nowhere. 4 days go by, and he replied, daily reminder, you're a dork. Simon then said 2 days after that. So it's now been 8 days between a reply. And he said, I'm feral, but you're a dork. Oh my God.
A new player has
Simon.
entered the game. There's a new commenter.
A new commenter, a changed world entered. Which of you benders reported my comment and had it deleted? Oh no, here we go. Simon then said, oh no, YouTube automatically blocks comments if they detect naughtiness. I had one not show up, and apparently the dork did too. Since he accused me of blocking it. I want to know what you said that YouTube deemed too offensive. Give us a censored version of it, please. A changed world said back, I can't remember exactly what I wrote, but I was piggybacking off the energy you were putting out there. There was a mention of his mother. It got rough, to be honest. Oh my Lord. I wish we could have seen that. That's amazing. Then Simon said back, this is all the same day too. Now, leave Jamie's mother out of this. It's not her fault. Her son's a dork. If you happen to catch this Jamie Pine fan, I have no idea who this dude is, but it didn't take him long to figure out that you're a dork. A changed world replies, 1 day later. Oh God, this is a long one. It's true, we don't know each other. I had an interest in collectibles 30 odd years ago and was randomly served up one of your videos. I browsed the comments as I watched and chimed in as I was in the mood to stir the pot. I do think it's hilarious that there are mortal enemies in every niche scene. What's the background there? How did you guys become so hostile? Oh my, he saw it. What do you mean how? Then Simon replied, well, young Jamie here tried to bully me in the comments, emphasis on tried, by saying I should be embarrassed that I dress like a feral. Instead of ignoring the dork like most people would, I'm going to remind him he's a dork for the rest of his life. Oh my God, Simon. Then Simon, this right after that, replied to Jamie, hey, you're still a dork. Okay, and then a changed world said, oh, I thought you knew each other before this comment thread. Yeah, you would think that. And then Simon said back, haha, no, he's just a troll looking for attention. So I'm going to be the most annoying attention he's ever got. Changed world said, fair enough. And that was 1 day ago. Well, we have to jump in. What are we going to say?
I have no idea what to say at this point. This is.
You should reply to Jamie and say, are you really going to take that from Simon? You're just going to give up?
I got to try to find Jamie to get a. What are we saying? Are you really?
This guy did not know what he was in for when he said Simon was feral on this comment.
Let's say feral Simon.
Are you really going to take that from feral Simon? Say dork. You have to say dork.
Feral Simon. Dork.
I can't believe that. One, we're doing this. And two, There are people watching us do this.
Is this entertaining? I don't know.
Gary B said, "You guys should reply. I love seeing two bitches in a fight."
You can get on this, Gary.
Yeah, Gary, I think you should join in.
I'm-
This isn't just a 3-man race
I'm gonna copy and paste the link here.
to the video.
Yeah. Everyone, feel free to chime in on the comment section we got going. Look for the comments and get into it. It's the one with like 57 replies. It should be easy to find.
Oh my god.
Are we just saying like that? Are you really going to take that from several?
Yeah, I don't think it needs much unless you. I just want to see him come back. So when we come back to this, he's back.
Yeah. And it sort of gives us an indicator of where we're up to in the story every time we comment. You know?
Yeah, I guess.
All right, should I say welcome to the Feral Simon saga. There we go.
This is where the community really is, in Simon's comment section.
Yeah, well,
The real community.
I think I'm hoping at least that the 4 people that have left the live chat went and commented.
Yeah, we'll see next time on Whack Gossip.
We're gonna leave it there. Should we refresh it, or you want to leave it there?
Let's refresh at the end.
All right.
Before we leave, we'll just double check.
Yeah. That really is the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian. We're just checking in on the Feral Simon saga. If you want to catch up on that, you got to revisit the last 10 minutes of the stream.
Yeah, it doesn't get better.
It's definitely worth it. The Feral Simon saga. You know what I was thinking we should do? Is take a screenshot of that original comment. This is what I was thinking. My original idea was to take a screenshot of that original comment where it says, "Does your mother know you made yourself look like a feral?" And putting that on a T-shirt for Simon and sending it to him. But now
that'd be amazing.
But now the story's so good. There's so many replies. I almost want the whole fucking comment section on a T-shirt for him.
What would be better is to take that. Yeah, no, never mind.
Well, no, just keep going.
No, it doesn't.
No, keep it going. Go on.
I had an in thought that it wasn't a complete thought.
Well, show me where it is. Like, I might be able to help you complete.
No.
You're giving up on an idea like that so fast. You're teasing me, boy, teasing me. You're just showing me the tip and being like, "You like the penis nut?"
So I've got gossip for sure.
All right. What's your gossip?
Have you seen any movies lately?
Not in a little while.
Oh, that's a good one. I saw Twisters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it good? I was thinking about seeing it, but I'm not a huge fan of the original one. Like, I'm not attached to it at all. So maybe
it's a lot like the original one, in a good way.
Well, you'd expect it to be. They both have like the twisters, like
yeah, and also
life's pretty straight without twisters. I'm pretty sure it's the tagline for the movie.
I'm glad you say it like I was saying it to Lisa. Twisters. It's Twisters.
Twisters?
I wish it was just spelled like that. Twisters.
What is it? Are we saying it wrong?
It's Twisters, but I like just having an A instead of an R.
I always have an A instead of an R.
Yeah, well, I usually have A instead of an R. Just depends on the word.
Yeah, I don't like R's, to be honest. Usually, when you put a hard R at the end of a word, it makes it more offensive, you know. So I try not to put hard R's at the end of words. Where are you going? He left. There's a dog there. Comment left. Oh, Gary left a comment. We'll have to check it out at the end of the stream.
Okay. Oh,
Gary.
yes. Hopefully they reply by then.
Look,
we do not have a dead pie in this dork. We are live.
It was boring until then. Thank you.
Glad we could spice it up.
I'm waiting for the
Titty-
spin-off. Titty Twisters.
With an A, Titty Twisters.
Titty Twisters.
But it was good. It was a good movie. It was fun. Like, it wasn't anything where I'm just gonna die, tell you to go see it, but I would hold on.
He's having technical difficulties. Why don't we play an old clip for the fun of it while we're waiting for him to get back? He's a classic.
Yep.
Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, this song is for you, baby. Whack your comics, not your thing. Whack your comics, not your thing. Not the whack, but the whack on the whack. Instead of that lotion. Not that kind of whack lotion. I think the whack lotion. I know you like it if you give it a chance now. Whack your comics, not your thing. Whack your comics, not your thing. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, this song is for you, baby.
How many times have we fucking seen that? And it still is like mind blowing.
It never not makes me laugh either. Every time I see it, I laugh at something different about it. Yeah.
So K Titus is like in the sports card community now, and
Really?
I'm like in the YouTube sports card community now, so I see him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his name is God is Great now though.
Well,
But
God is
people
great.
in the sports card community call him K Titus.
Oh, so he's been around.
So
for a while.
he's been around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in all the communities.
Yeah, he is. He hasn't really been in the comic community lately though.
Because I think what Simon said, you know that game Simon Says?
Yes. What about it?
Exactly. Good old K Titus.
Speaking of sports cards, perfect segue.
You got some sports cards?
This weekend, I'm going to the Sports Card National in Cleveland. I feel like you didn't even register what I said.
I
You're just like,
just don't care.
no, but it's topical because I'm doing it.
You know what? I didn't care about that. Tell me about the turtle party that you went to.
Okay, so the turtle party, it was a pizza party, and it was really fun. And they had an artist there that Lisa's gotten a few different art cards from, and it was dope.
That picture that you posted, there was like so many fucking pizzas.
I know.
How many
There was a lot of people. It was fucking deep in there.
Was it really?
Yeah.
So it was pretty successful for them. That's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah, they're really just banging there. I'll have to say, I feel like they haven't slowed down at all. They're even talking about getting a place across the street.
No way.
And having like both sides of the street.
That's where you start getting a bit,
They have the room for expansion because they do games. They do like gaming,
tabletop games,
literally like almost every night.
I'm not a. There's I reckon there's two types of comic book stores. You got your fucking comic book stores, like my comic book stores, Comic Section is just comic books. They do it. Their thing is for readers. So they only sell comics. And then you've got those other comic book stores you go to, and they've got fucking tabletops. Fucking rows and rows of fucking tables. And not a huge section of comics, but there's like a decent section, but nowhere near as good as your one that focuses on the comics. And them ones always have fucking the smelly nerds there fucking rolling dice and shit like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the ours has both, and it's really like grown so much. They have so many more comics than they did when they first opened, and they need more room for comics. So that's why they're talking about getting the one across the street. They're going to be able to have like double the amount of comics. I want to say they already have like 100 long boxes out, and they're going to have like 200 out.
I don't know why, but I'm just never a fan of those stores that, you know, like I'd rather them focus on one thing or the other. You know, I feel like when they're doing both, they're not as focused on one or the other. You know, like they're just splitting up their attention between them. And same with the customer base. You know, you find a lot of the customers either come in for the games or the comics. You know, there's not much of a crossover with them either.
Well, that's you kind of just said it right there. Is that since they opened, the gaming has exploded and the comics have exploded on both sides. So they like need it to separate. So what they're going to do is they're going to have one building for mostly gaming, and the other building is going to be like twice as big for comics.
Yeah.
So that way they can do exactly what you said.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Are they gonna have? Because there's a team of them running it. Hey, there's not just the two. That one person.
Yeah, there's two of them.
Yeah, that'd be good if one of them takes care of, you know, the comics. The one takes care of the game, and is that what happens?
Yep. That's their plan.
Oh, definitely circumstance. You know, do what you got to do to stay open, keep selling comics. But
yeah, they're not talking about. They're not really saying like staying open. They're talking about like we need more room because we just are exploding.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw the amount of pizzas there. It was so fucking packed. It had to be the most packed I've ever seen a comic shop that wasn't free comic book day.
Did you pick up the new issue?
Yep.
Here's some gossip. So I pre-ordered issue 1 and issue 2, and when the next month rolled around to pre-order issue 3, it wasn't there. And I spoke to my comic books shop about it, and they're like, "Yes, it's not a good sign. It's issue 3 wasn't even solicited at that point." So we've got the first 2 issues ready to come out, and then there's already a gap after issue 2, already a couple of month hiatus, which is not a good sign for a brand new title.
Yeah, I feel like that's like what Turtles does, though, right?
Is it? I mean,
Last Ronin cemented that in for me.
But I'm talking about the IDW ongoing. I'm sure
I wouldn't know because I don't think anybody reads it. But
I didn't read it either. But I remember seeing it every month in the pre-orders. You know.
Okay,
like,
well, to be honest, I would rather have a book that takes a break when it needs to, if it's gonna be good.
I would rather them not jump the gun on the launch of it. Wait till you have like 6-8 issues ready to go before you fucking get the first issue out.
That makes sense, but that's just not how it works, man.
Yeah.
Like I agree with you, but if they did that, they would wait too long, and I wish they did that too.
There's a lot of people that do that. When I interviewed, it's obviously a different story because this is a creator-owned project, and but I was talking to John Wagner, the creator of Plush, vinyl, and plastic. There's a new plastic one coming out at the moment too. But he was, when I interviewed him, he was telling me that I suppose it's a lot easier as well in his case because all he's done so far is miniseries. But he has he told me he has the whole series ready to go before they even announce it. So like every page is finished drawn, everything's ready to go before and I reckon that's fucking crazy. I reckon more creators should try and aim for that because it's good to have a title you can rely on and set your watch to that it's going to come out every fucking month. And it does. As much as you say like you'd rather it to take its time and stuff. That's good as well, but
if it's good, that's the caveat. Like I would rather it come out every month, but if it's gonna suck, then I don't even care.
But it sort of kills the steam and the momentum of it too. Like the saga, like
oh man,
Saga's still great, and when it comes out, when a new issue comes out, every time I read it, I'm like, this is still great, but I just hate the gaps between. The gaps between make me not care about it as much as I did, when I first read it.
Yeah, for sure. Saga like killed its own hype.
Yeah.
And it had probably some of the most hype in comics.
And Turtles is doing this with issue 2, like after issue 2.
Yeah.
So like that's what I'm saying.
Well, hopefully it's so good that people are like, "Oh, I can't wait for issue 3."
Yeah.
I don't know if that happens very often in comics, really, but
I know there's like a bunch of miniseries in between, and maybe this IDW are hoping that'll fill the gap in between issues for people. But I'm not sure if the miniseries anything to do with the main title, or if they're like continuing on from the old, like or wrapping up the old IDW run.
I think it's a reboot, but I guess I don't know for sure.
I'm not sure with all the new spin-offs. I'm not. We need a Turtles guy in the chat to let us know what's up. Yeah.
I don't think anyone reads it, so maybe the new one since it's a #1. But
yeah. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Did you just get the A cover?
Yep.
King's Comics in Sydney got an exclusive cover for the first 4 issues.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, and like the first 4 issues, and a different character for each issue. Over 100 covers for. Yeah.
Wow. I knew it was a lot. I did not know it was 100. Jesus. Yeah. It's like Last Ronin all over again.
Yeah, definitely. It's too many. I don't understand it. And then you've got all these store exclusives and shit as well.
But, I mean, it only happens because people buy them.
Who is the crazy motherfucker that collects all 100? I want to find that motherfucker. And
I remember when Last Ronin came out, Panda had like 50 of them or something crazy.
Are you serious?
He had a lot. He for sure had a lot of them. But I want to say there was like 90 of them or 80 something.
Over 100 is just insane.
But they sell. I mean, at that point, it's basically like collecting cards. It's like you're only buying it for the cover art.
Yeah.
Like how many of those are being read, which is okay. It doesn't necessarily make it bad or good or anything, but I would bet 10% or less of those are being read.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is fine. It really is fine if it sells, but that also won't last either because this is issue 1, so maybe issue 2, 3. But then you get to issue 16, and now you're down to those 10% reading people who are reading, and then maybe another cool cover. I don't know. I just wish the story was the main part, and everything else came from the story. I mean, Invincible did that. They didn't have a bunch of crazy variants.
They did for issue 100 for some random title issues and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think they did the very end as well, but not like 100.
No, nowhere near
100 covers.
No, I know that issue 100 had a lot, but nowhere near.
Yeah, who reads the expensive exclusives besides that? Exactly, the exclusives. I'm sure none of those get read.
Yeah. I wonder if like any of them even get open. Like they could sell it with like a fucking blank pages on the inside.
Yeah, honestly.
Especially the slabbed ones.
Yeah, that's true.
They sell them slabbed.
Sell them slabbed.
Yeah.
Like no one would ever know.
We should do that.
You could even use it to your advantage. Like maybe you have a white cover and like some of the art bleeds through. Just make the front 2 pages all black, and then
people read. I don't know that much. I don't know how to read. I was never taught how to read, especially growing up here in Australia. I don't know about America. I'm sure you guys don't know how to read.
Interesting question. What percentage of purchased comic books never get read? I said this. In one of our first shows we ever did.
Yeah.
What percentage? Or how many cover buys? I bought. I think I bought 4 comics today. 2 of them Lisa bought for covers.
I remember this conversation as well because that was around the time that Jamin put out his video of how many his omnibus that he's read,
Yeah.
and it was like it wasn't even 30% of his collection that he had read, and it was like insane. I reckon I can say out of my collection, I reckon I could say I've read at least 85% of it, at least. You know, there's a few cover buys in there, but I don't cover buy too much. You know, I
It would
usually
be an
buy-
interesting. I mean, you could do it. You couldn't figure out exactly. You could take 5 comic shops, which is a small amount, and have people write down how many they bought, how many they're actually going to open to read. It'd be an interesting little like thing.
We should have put that in the documentary, dude. Where were you when I was making that?
Do it in the next one.
In the next one. No.
Well, you're starting that up soon, aren't you?
Yeah, the next one.
The next one.
Yeah. Should I talk about it?
What, the documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
What one? Both of them?
People will lie about and you have. I mean, that's part of it is people will lie, but it'd still be like a fun thing. Like you could say plus or minus 5 to 10% people lie, or people are wrong. They think they won't read it and they do, or they think they will read it and they end up not reading it.
Yeah. My reading pile is fucking massive. Like, I'm not including my reading pile in my 85%. You know what I mean? Like, that's in its own category over there. So we've got like one cube that's just a reading pile.
Go ahead, tell us about the doc.
What one?
People don't lie.
People don't lie. Nice hat, Tyler.
Not New York, then, but
What's your
everywhere
hat?
else.
What is your hat, Tyler?
It's a Cubs hat. It's like a batting practice mesh hat from the 1990 All-Star game.
Why would Callie like that? It's a shit hat.
I think he thinks the C stands for California.
Oh, California. Well, we said last time that the C could stand for whatever you wanted it to.
That's true.
That's right. Cereal. Cock.
Cunt.
It's funny that the first 2 C words that come to my mind is cereal and cock.
Why is that funny? I think those are the first 2 words most people would say.
You reckon?
Maybe put that in that same thing. How many do you read, and what are the first 2 C words that you could think of?
What? Cubs are my team. Australia are shit. Huh. Now.
That's great. We're about to be going up against each other in the Olympics. Do you watch the Olympics?
I don't care about sports. I don't know if I've told you.
It's more than sports though. It's just like athletic achievements.
I don't care about moving your body physically.
And there's not all sports. They have gymnastics in there.
Oh, cool. I don't care.
That's not a sport.
You know what I really don't care about? The Olympics. Especially because it's got to be in Brisbane in like 10 years.
Oh my God, you have to go.
I do not care.
Just go and protest the Olympics the whole time. This is shite.
Yeah. I'll go with a sign. Read comics. Don't watch sport. Read comics.
This is whack. This is whack.
You wasted your time. Go lay down. We should do the Winter Olympics in Australia.
It would be so funny to do the
Right,
Winter Olympics in Australia summer. Be like, oh, we didn't realize that summer is the opposite time of year. So we're just gonna have to wing it. No snow, snowboarding.
You've seen Cool Runnings? Of course,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's a classic move. Everyone's seen that move. It's like that's what it made me think of. It'd be like, you know, tobogganing it through the fucking desert.
Yeah. Just on wheels. Mark, set.
Hey, Mark, you made it, man. You got to go back for this the Simon Farrell saga update. It was a good time.
Maybe we should just retitle Whack Gossip to the Farrell saga.
Simon saga update.
And then we could tag the people commenting, starring
Jamie
Pine fan and the
Oh shit! Too good. It's all too good.
So, have you been watching House of Dragon?
I have. Yeah,
Awesome.
it's been great. I've really enjoyed every single episode. We've only got 2 episodes left already. It's gone so fast, but my I only have one criticism about the whole show, this whole season, and that's fucking. Is it Damon, the dude at Harrenhal with his fucking dreams? I've had enough of that shit.
Oh,
Like,
really? I've liked it because you get to see Millie Alcock again, and
nah, dream sequences always brought me to tears. They don't. I feel like they don't push the show forward at all. You know, especially.
yeah.
I wouldn't have minded if they condensed all this whole fucking season's worth of dream sequences into one episode. I probably would have enjoyed it, you know? I definitely would have enjoyed it. But to stretch it out through the whole season, and that's his
I
whole
don't know about
plot
that.
throughout
That'd be
the
a
whole...
long fucking episode. That'd be like when Batman did the Nightmares thing for 6 issues with Tom King.
But I don't know, to have
That
whole
was a
season
fucking nightmare
boring.
to read. Literally.
I don't know. Maybe I'm alone in saying this, but I just think it's fucking boring. Him having these nightmares. He's over there. He's, you know, they're all at fucking Dragonstone planning the war and shit, and he's the one over there, not involved with everything, you know. Mark's digging the dreams, especially after the most recent episode where we see him actually getting character growth when he was dealing with the loss and guilt of his brother. Oh, it took us fucking 6 episodes to finally get something out of the dream sequences. We could have got that in one. You know what I mean? Like,
the one thing I'll say about it, it definitely doesn't bother me at all because Game of Thrones is just the best. House
and
of
like
Dragon,
that's my one problem with the whole entire season. That's a very small problem to have, you know.
Okay, so I can see what you mean by it being drawn out, and it's been repetitive. It's happened a lot, but House of Dragon episodes are long. I feel like they don't cut anything. If they like something, it's in there. And I would rather have something in there than have an episode be 35 minutes long and rushed. And like, I just want to live in this world with them because I just think it's so well done. And even that, even with your gripe, and I at least understand it, but I don't necessarily agree. It's still not bad at all.
Yeah, the dream sequences aren't bad. I'm just over it, I suppose, you know. I want him to do something else, you know, like, yeah. Because like I feel like every single other character has done so much this season. When you think about it, like every character has gone through a lot and done so much.
Dude, One-Eye Willie's done a fuck ton this season.
One-Eyed Willie?
Yeah, I don't know his name. The guy with one eye.
Oh yeah, he has.
Yeah, and how about every time what's her name? Ready Player One talks, that they just ignore her completely. I think it's hilarious. Me and Lisa are just like, damn, they don't give a fuck.
Amen.
Yeah, amen. Yeah. I would definitely prefer One-Eye Willie.
One-Eye Willie's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, they should just start calling him that.
From the Goonies?
Of course. Willie? Is that you? Take all the gold, but leave that. That's for Willie.
How have you and Lisa been enjoying your Tim Tams?
Okay, so I've told her in the first few days, like, we're not eating any. We're going to do it on a live show. So every day she was like, I want Tim Tams. I said, no, we can't have Tim Tams.
I messaged her and told her you did not have to do that.
Okay, so after like 4 days of that, I was like, she asked again. Every day we ate the regular Tim Tams because we had already had the regular Tim Tams. We have Aussie cookies at Trader Joe's, which is a grocery store.
Did you compare them?
What?
Did you compare them? Are they exactly the same?
That's where I'm going.
Okay.
They look the same, like they're the exact same in general. You know, like Oreos and off-brand Oreos, like it's the same thing. But Tim Tams have to be 50 times better than the Aussie cookies in Trader Joe's.
Good.
Tim Tams fucking smack.
Yeah, God.
Like, oh my good lord. And I really do think the regular Tim Tam or the double coated regular Tim Tam, not the special one, because you got me like the upgraded version.
Yeah.
The regular ass Tim Tams are the best Tim Tams.
Yeah, they are. They're great.
I just had one. It was like the decadent chocolate, where it's Tim Tam double coated with like a chocolate cream in there. Jesus, it's good, but it still is not quite as good as just a basic ass Tim Tam.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, the gooey caramel might be my favorite. I can't wait to get around to that one.
I don't think I've had that one yet. So after she asked me all those times, I said we can have some wagon wheels because we had those. So
Yeah.
we had wagon wheels, and she ate it, and she's like, "I don't want a wagon wheel. I want a Tim Tam." but then we ate it. It's like, these are pretty fucking good though.
Yeah, they're great. I love wagon wheels. Wagon wheels remind me of school. Like they were in the tuck shop staple. You know, they would sell them individually, like but big ones instead of the little packet ones. You'd get like one massive one in a packet, and like for $1. And like that was my snack. You know, for school, I'd take $1 to school and be like, wagon wheel me now.
Give me that fucking wagon wheel.
Did you finish the Vegemite flavored shapes?
No, I still have those. I actually don't think she's tried me. I told her to, but
tried?
she got the wagon wheels.
Yeah.
So I need to have her try those.
Do you want to try a Tim Tam now?
Sure.
Yeah. Go on. Then.
One I haven't tried yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go the gooey caramel because that's my favorite. I want your opinion on the gooey caramel.
Okay. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, while we're waiting for him to get back, let's watch another spicy clip that we've got. It's been a while since I've looked at all these clips, so I have no fucking idea. Oh, this is a good one.
Oh, it's Kicks Out of Samurai Ken. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Well, everyone needs a vet of some sort, don't they? A vet for your pets. A vet for your comics. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. The comic vet. Bum bum. The comic vet. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. The comic vet. Bum bum. Here to fix up your comic problems. That is. He's here to fix up your comic problems. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. The comic vet. Bum bum. A vet for your pets. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. The comic vet. Bum bum. Well, everyone needs a vet of some sort, don't they? Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. The comic vet. Bum bum.
That's such a. I could seriously see that song in like play school or some sort of like morning kids program.
So here it is. Chewy.
That's.
Do you say caramel?
Caramel? What do you say?
It sounds like you're saying caramel and caramel at the same time. Usually it's one of the two, but it sounds like both.
Caramel.
Okay, so here, this is what it looks like.
It looks yummy. I want it already. It's nice and chewy. It's some good caramel too. I don't know, because I know that America's caramel is different to Australia.
Why am I big?
Hey? For your reaction. We need a live reaction. Is it true that your caramel is different to ours? Do you taste the same to you?
Yeah.
It's a good, like, is it still the original, the best? What do you think?
So I think that tastes exactly like Twix to me.
Exactly like Twix, really?
Yeah, like exactly like Twix.
That's funny because I'm not a fan of Twix, but I love Twix.
I literally think if you blindfolded me, I would have said this is Twix.
No way.
Yeah.
There you go.
Which Tim Tams, I don't think tastes anything like Twix. So this is like a really different flavor. I love Twix, so.
Yeah. So it ranks up pretty high up with them. What we got to do by the end of this is we got to get a ranking system from like all the different flavors that you've tried, the best to the worst.
Yeah, I could do that. There's not that many.
What do you
pretty
like
easy.
15 of them, isn't there?
Well, yeah, I guess there's a lot, but I feel like that it would be easy because like I know the top two already taken. Like immediately, it's just like regular and the double coat. So everything else, there's probably like 5 or 6 more.
You haven't even tried like 10 of them. How can you be sure that they're the top 2?
I'm so sure. I'm so sure.
Wow.
Speaking of sure, what are those guys you showed me? The movie people, the Australian movie people that do movie.
Mr. Sunday Movies.
Yeah, Mr. Sunday Movies. He always says sure, and like and he says it like that. Sure.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, sure.
Every time he says it, I laugh so hard at work. Sure.
Those guys are the best. I fucking always love
Dude,
watching
those videos. More people need to watch that shit.
Oh yeah. Their editing is like what I aim for.
Yeah, I completely agree. We've done videos where I think it's been just like it.
Yeah.
It's just super fucking hard and time consuming.
It is. So I suppose I can talk a little bit about this. We were starting to talk about it a little bit before, but I didn't. You set me up for it. I was like, nah, let's leave it.
Sure.
I'll talk about it now, but I'll keep wasting time setting it up. So I'm pretty sure everyone knows that I did an interview with Jeff Lemire last year, and at the end of it, I said we'd love to come have you back on. And I had an idea for a Black Hammer video because Black Hammer's probably my favorite thing that Jeff Lemire has done that he hasn't drawn himself, and because it's such a huge fucking world too, it's massive, so much to go through. And I've done a little video on a Black Hammer character before called Skull Digger. That was fucking years ago now that I did that video. But anyway, so I hit up Jeff, like let's do that video sometime, and he was like, yeah, he was keen. And so I hit him back up. He had announced his new title for Boom Studios that he's doing. He announced that he has some titles that he'll be doing for DC that will get announced at San Diego Comic-Con this week.
Oh, nice.
In the next couple of days. And that's some gossip, but it's not any like what would you call it?
Hot gossip?
It's not breaking news. He's posted about it on his Instagram that he's got a couple of DC titles that he's going to be doing. That's one of them. Legion. Yep, that is one of them. He's doing Absolute Flash at DC.
Absolute Flash.
Absolute. And he told me himself, he's like, I'm doing Absolute Flash, and I'm so excited. Because he's never done an Absolute
day.
But so I said, you know what? Why don't we? If I could steal you for an hour, we'll do half an hour talking about your new titles and or your current books, and we can do half an hour talking about Black Hammer. And he was like, "Yep, sounds good. We'll do it after the titles have been announced." So I hit up John's Comics with Kids to get involved because he did a Black Hammer video a little while ago. That's definitely the inspiration for this video. So I asked John if he wanted to get involved, and John said yes. And he jumped on it straight away and already sent me some videos, and I started editing them together. And as I was editing them together, I just started getting more and more ideas for this video. I was like, what more things I can do for it? And I was like, there's been so many creators that have worked on Black Hammer. I was like, wouldn't it be fucking cool to try and get them all in? And I was like, God damn, that's a nightmare of, trying to work out that many people, line up that many interviews. It's like, fuck that. I was like, but there's got to be another way. I was like, what if I write like a couple of questions, 4 or so questions, and email them and ask them to record themselves doing a quick video answering these questions. So that way we don't have to go through the logistical nightmare of fucking organizing 15 plus different interviews. And so I wrote up an email with, the questions and stuff. And then I fucking searched through, I've got everyone's names on the books, obviously. So I searched Instagram looking for email addresses and everything, and emailed everyone that I could find. And so far I've gotten 4 of the artists come back and say that they're keen to do it. So that's fucking exciting. But yeah, it's just getting fucking bigger and bigger, and it's turned into like, I was originally just thinking like a little Black Hammer video that might be like half an hour, 45 minutes long, but it's looking like this is going to be well over an hour and turn into like more of a Black Hammer documentary, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I hope that people enjoy it. That people that have read Black Hammer and people that haven't. If people watch it and haven't read Black Hammer, my goal is for them to want to read it after they've watched it.
Yeah, that sounds fucking dope, man.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see all the different creators answer it, and you put that in and edit it together. That's dope.
Yeah, well, I had 4 questions, and I was like, I thought about it, like if I split up these 4 questions, I can use them, the answers to these 4 questions in different segments of the video and everything too, so we can have them coming back in the video and out of the video as it goes. But yeah, lots of ideas for it, and it's going to take a fucking hot minute to get out, but I've already started, and it's a lot of fun. No, not going to take nowhere near as long as the like actual documentary I'm working on for Free Comic Book Day that we're going to be trying to get into film festivals and stuff like that. But
Mark asked if either of us picked up Nemesis Rogues Gallery.
Nope.
I did not. I didn't even see it on the shelf.
I just got the Nemesis trade paperback for the new series the other week. I haven't read it yet. It's sitting in my reading pile, along with the Geiger hardcover that I still haven't read. I've been making my way. This is really sad. This is some gossip as well. Some sad gossip. The first video that I did on Whack Comics that wasn't inside my old house was a comic book tour of 2 comic book stores in Annalee that are a little bit away from me. Neither of them are my local, but they're 2 that I frequent to, dive some bids occasionally. One of them is called Fats Comics, and they're closing down. Well, they're closed now. They're already closed. But after 10 years of being open, they're finally closing. And they had a half price sale, so I went there. I wanted to try and make a video of it, especially because it was the first place where I went and made a video outside of my home. And I've done a fair few videos outside now, and they're always my favorite. But when I got there, it was so fucking busy, and this is the smallest shop. It's so small, and they've got filing cabinets all along the walls of the shop, and a row of fucking short boxes and stuff in the middle. You can go back and look at that video to see the full layout of the store, but it's really small, especially when the filing cabinets are open. That's what
I was gonna say. Everyone's like fucking hitting each other with the
and everyone's there with their big fucking backpacks on, and we're squeezing through people. Excuse me, can I? I had enough, and I was like, there was no way I could record a video with how crowded it was. But I fucking got so many fucking good comics for so cheap with the half price sale, and they've been mainly single issues, so I've been making my way through them. It's fucking pretty sad that the store's closed. But you know what's funny? I was talking to the owner, and he was saying the only reason he opened the store 10 years ago is because his sister came to live in Australia from New Zealand, and she needed a job. That's the only reason he opened the store, and the only reason he's closing it is because his sister is now moving to Western Australia because she's got grandkids over in Western Australia, and he doesn't want to hire anyone else to run it, because his sister's run it for the last 10 years. So he's like, may as well shut shop. It's like, I was like,
oh my god, that is wild.
Isn't that the best brother in the whole fucking world?
That is a wild story.
I wish I had a brother like that. Like, bro, I need a job. Can you open a comic book store for me to run for 10 years until I move to another state? Like, It was insane, hey.
You're like, shit, I would have ran that shit.
Fuck it, hey. That he was saying that he's got another business that he runs, like, and that like actually makes money, and you know, this was just something for his sister, and he's a comic book enthusiast himself, you know, so he was happy to have
That
the
is
comic
wild.
book, but it was just his sister's fucking thing to do. What was that? Did you get free?
Taylor said he lived 3 blocks from Wrigley, where the Cubs play. Luckily, Taylor, there weren't many playoff games, so you didn't have to worry about that.
Oh shit! But yeah, sad times. The comic book stores closed. Rest in peace, Fats Comics. It was a good store. I got a lot of good books from there. And yeah, just the fact that it was the first place that I recorded a video outside of my home, it will always be a special little place to me.
It always sucks when you see shit like that. Like I remember old shops like that when I was a kid that closed down.
Yeah.
Like not just comic shops, just like all kinds of little toy stores or antique stores that I went in that had toys. And
yeah.
we have antique stores all over here. When you come here, that's one thing we're doing. We're going antiquing. They all have toys and comics and like stuff that you probably think is super cool, vinyl, and
you know, we could do a fake episode. Like we should record it as one of those episodes of like the hunters. You know, those people, the pickers.
Yeah, American pickers. Yeah,
we can do an episode of American pickers.
Like when you're here.
Yeah, we'll like, you know, we're fully record it like that documentary style.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be recording it. We can record it however we want.
And then we could get Lisa to come in and fucking give us the value for it, appraise it.
Call her, Lisa. You gotta tell us how much it is worth. You gotta stop calling me. This isn't worth shit.
Is your cousin still around too, Kyle? We can call Kyle as well.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm sure Kyle.
No, Kyle would be down as long as he's in town because he's in college. But he'd definitely be down.
Yeah. In college, where's he in college?
Do you know colleges?
Yeah, but what? Huh?
Like, you know colleges here?
Like, what's he doing in college?
Oh, what's he doing? I don't know. Some with computers.
He's a smart dude. He's good at editing. When there's a couple of videos that he did a little bit of editing on for us.
Yeah, no, he's legit. He knows his shit for sure.
Yeah.
Did you finish The Boys?
The season, yes, I did. What do you think about the overall season?
So you know how I was like it's good, but I don't love it.
Mm-hmm.
It won me over as it went on. I liked it more and more, and I really did like the end.
Yeah, I wasn't. Are we gonna go spoilers?
Yeah, I don't think it's been out for over a week.
Yeah, we can go spoilers. I didn't like his new powers. Like he already had powers, you know. Like now he's got this tentacle chest thing.
Yeah, that was out of the blue for sure.
And like all it made me think of was Invincible. Remember that there was that villain with the tentacle chest thing, and they always made fun of him.
Yeah,
like that's all I thought about. It's like
and I don't remember that from when I read the comics either. So that was like super unexpected.
Yeah, he already had cool powers, you know. Like I don't know why we needed but I think overall the season was good. I think it was, you know, obviously setting up the last season really well. The next season's going to be the last season. And,
Marcus said it wasn't out of the blue. They've been setting that up all season. Yeah, I heard some other people saying that too. I guess it felt more out of the blue than it was out of the blue, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because I think you're right. I think Marcus is right. It wasn't really.
Yeah, they had those like little wormy things.
Yeah,
going
yeah.
through his
It
body.
made sense. Like I didn't think like, wow, this is stupid or anything. It
No,
just
I
was
was
like,
just like,
oh
why?
yeah,
I was just like, why this power? He already had powers, didn't he? That's what my thing was. I was more confused. Like did he take more V, or was it the V that he took gave him powers? I just did not understand any of it.
yeah. It's tough too because like I read the comic, so I just like think about this to the comic, and it's
Did he have
basically
those powers?
not. It's
No?
not the comic at all anymore.
Yeah, they've
Like
gone
at all. And I think in the first season they used the comic to make their own stories, and they did such a good job. But like in the comic, I think it's issue 1, Billy takes Compound V.
Mm.
The first issue. So like it's nothing like the comics. It's just very different, and I do like it. I don't know. I think it could have a great ending season. It's set up for a solid ending, and I do like the end of the comic too.
Yeah. I'm definitely keen to see if they can stick the landing, because it comes down to this last season. If the boys, when we talk about the boys and years to come, if it's going to be like, it started good but fizzled pretty bad.
Even the fizzle, I don't think has been terrible. Like I haven't loved it like season 1. I mean, how much I love season 1. One of the best seasons of all time of any show. But it's still been good. It's just hard to reach that. They used up all the good stories in season 1. They used them up. That was
it was funny too. I remember, I think it was like episode 4 or 5 when the characters from Gen V cameoed right at the end, and then they didn't bring him back until like the last 5 minutes of the final.
Very, very end.
And it was funny too, because I was just saying to Right, we're watching, I was like, where'd those Gen V characters go? And it was just like, as the words came out of my mouth, there they were. I was like, oh, there you go. And we didn't get to see Ashley. That was a huge cliffhanger. I wanted to see what happened to her with taking the Gen V.
Yeah, Mark said he gave up on the boys during season 3, and I definitely wouldn't blame anybody for that, because I thought season 3 was like felt throwaway, like just fine.
Season 4 is all finished now, Mark. If you feel like giving it a binge, there's nothing better to watch.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you need to, but I'm not mad. I'm still watching it. It's not like The Acolyte.
I can't remember if we spoke about this on the last stream. Did I talk about watching Godzilla -1 on the last stream?
I don't think so.
I finally watched that, and I finally get the hype about it now.
Yeah.
That's the best Godzilla movie I've ever seen.
Dude, the story, right? Just not even Godzilla, the characters.
Yeah. It's like, I have never cared about the human story in a Godzilla movie before, and this time I was like really invested in the humans. Godzilla was fucking intimidating as fuck. That fire breath that he did was like,
the atomic breath. Yeah. Dude, that was more than that was a fucking neutron bomb that went off. That was crazy. But from the opening scene of the movie, where I don't remember any of their names, obviously, the kamikaze pilot comes back to Japan or wherever, whatever island they're on, and they're like, he feels shame, but there's a guy that kind of relates. He's like, well, they don't give us ejection seats. Like, that really changed my entire thought process of Japan in general, because all you ever hear about the Japanese is how they're willing to die for their country, and like they're gung-ho on that. So to hear that in a Japanese made movie, I just really thought was a great introspective on something different from Japan.
Yeah. Hey, K-pop.
K-pop, you missed it.
There was the Simon Farrell saga update at the beginning of the stream. I think it was like 10 minutes in when we started it. You missed it. You're definitely going to go back and check it out. I know you're just as invested in the saga as we are. It's evolved. A new player has entered the frame. We were going to go have a look back on that in a second. before we get
How
out.
about the end too, where they did like the fake, like this is our plan to get Godzilla, and they like put Godzilla in the water, and then it reminded me so much of like Jaws and
Yeah.
oh man,
It was seriously a fucking maybe the best movie I've seen all year. Like fucking, it's been a long time since I've watched a movie and was that invested the whole way through, and just like
and Back to the Future too, like with the model that Doc Brown makes, how they like made that model of the ocean. Oh man,
I watched a fucking. I gotta try and find what it's called. I watched a movie last night with the best actor on the face of the planet.
Kevin Spacey?
No, come on, you know who the best actor is.
Will Forte?
No. Come on now.
The best.
The best ever. Nicolas Cage.
Oh, Longlegs?
Arcadian, I think it's called.
Oh, I've never seen that.
It is fantastic. It is like a apocalyptic kind of movie. The movie starts, he's running, he's doing a nice little jog, and there's sirens and explosions behind him. And he's getting away from all the shit, and he stumbles across 2 babies. And then we got a time jump, like 15 years or so. The kids are like teenagers now, the babies. And, we're learning about how fucking the world came to be as it is. And the monsters in this movie are fucking insane. Like, I haven't seen anything like it in a while. And it gave me like a bit of chills sometimes when you saw them. Like, they did this fucking weird clickety thing with their head, like they'd fucking come up like this and their mouth would open really wide, and then they'd be like like this. I don't know. Well, it was Arcadian.
I'm surprised I've never heard of this. Like literally never even heard of it.
Oh, dude. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm not gonna play the sound for it. I'm just gonna show you. Should I play the sound?
No, we don't need it.
No, we don't need the sound. This is just like just to show you the movie.
And is this like new?
I think it's new. Yeah. When did it come out? Yeah, this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's it on? I wonder what it's on.
It's on Stan for us in Australia.
Yeah, that's why I said that, because we don't have Stan. What the fuck is Stan? What a horrible name for a streaming service.
I think they named it after the Eminem song.
Fucking Stan. They named a streaming service Stan. Every night after the sun sets, they face the unrelenting. So it's like, I mean, that's definitely another movie, right? Where there's night monsters.
Yeah. It's really well done, though.
I mean, that's okay. It doesn't.
Yeah, it's really well done. The kids, the 2 boys, they were really good actors.
I think that guy's from It.
The other kid?
I don't know. One of the kids looked like he was from It.
Oh yeah, but yeah, definitely a movie I recommend. But I love Nick Cage, though. I fucking I know that not a lot of people love him, but he's right up there for me. I'm trying to get my original Quibi movie moved to Stan right now.
Oh man, I wish Quibi was back. That was my favorite streaming service.
But Quibi failed. Stan has been like in Australia for, I don't know, man, like at least 5.
I remember us talking about Quibi when it was like out, and then it failed.
It did, yeah.
We still talk about it.
Bad idea. Like,
no, I don't think so.
I remember the part that made me laugh about it a lot was they made their shows so you could
vertical,
so you could watch them like that, or spin your phone and watch them. Like, why do you? Imagine
like
watching
that.
Game of Thrones in that ratio.
Oh, that'd be great.
House of Dragons in that ratio.
House of Dragon, and they're all like stand on top of each other, like apart, rather, and then it just flips this way instead of this way. Oh. That'd be great. Can you imagine shooting a movie like that? How weird it would be. You'd have to get like high up.
Talking about weird ways of shooting movies, I can't remember what it's called, but you know that channel that do the VFX artists react?
Brian LCS?
No, VFX artists react.
Oh, yeah.
They showed this movie. I can't remember what it's called, but I want to try and fucking get it because it looks really interesting. It's the first movie that the whole thing is shot in first person perspective.
There's been another movie like that.
The whole thing.
Yeah, I want to say it was called like Reckless Ron or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it any good?
I didn't see it, but it was an action movie and it was shot like that.
Yeah, this is an action movie as well. I wonder if it's the same one. How recent is it?
I want to say it was like 2015 is my guess. Was it Hardcore? Hardcore Henry. I just found it. Yeah, Hardcore Henry shot like that.
I wonder if that's the movie that we're talking about.
I wonder when that came out. I'll look.
One thing that I thought was really interesting, they were saying when they were filming it, when they obviously attached GoPros to the guy, and they found that putting the GoPro on like around where your eyes are is like a weird looking view, but putting the GoPro where your mouth is more of a natural view where it looks like it's coming from like your vision, like your eyesight.
For some reason, that sounds like Hardcore Henry. So I just shared my screen.
Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was 1 year off, 2016. Oh, 2015. So I was right. I knew it was around then. I remember this movie. I never saw it. A man wakes inside a laboratory on an airship, and then he goes on a killing spree. And
there you go.
Tim Roth.
Yeah, I really want to see it. It sounds really like just the that it's shot from like that.
Aggressively relaxing said Reckless Rod. I don't know why that sounded good, right? I mean, I'm not saying you should make a movie called Reckless Rod, but it does twirl right off the tongue.
Yeah, it does.
Reckless Rod.
Oh shit. Was there any more gossip that we need to go over?
There has to be. I think there is at least one more thing. I don't know if I want to talk about this.
What is it?
I don't think I have the energy. So, what?
Tell me what it is.
The Acolyte.
Oh yeah.
Did you finish it?
Any of it.
Okay. Well, then we don't have to talk about it.
Should I watch it?
No, man.
You don't think I should?
No. Though I'll just spoil the very end for you. The very end.
Don't.
It's literally a cameo, like a 1 second cameo to end the thing.
Is he Yoda?
So it's not even. It doesn't even factor into the story.
Yoda comes in.
Yeah, there's Yoda at the very end. You see the back of Yoda's head. What?
Qui-Gon Jinn.
No Qui-Gon Jinn. But you also see Plagueis. The one who can bring people back to life that Sidious talks to Anakin about.
Yeah. Cool.
There you go. And they want to make a season 2, and I'm sure they're just going to fucking ruin Plagueis. I don't even want anything Plagueis. They're just going to ruin it.
I haven't seen any of it, but I haven't heard any good things apart from my favorite thing that I've heard about it. This is the best revelation to come from Star Wars since its release. Is that R2D2's a lesbian?
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah,
and it has always been.
And I'm happy that we need some robot lesbian representation in Star Wars. You know.
Well, luckily we've always had it, and we just didn't know.
We didn't know. We were too ignorant. way too ignorant to understand.
Yeah, but now we're not. Now we're not ignorant. Haphazard Harry, Reckless Rod. These are great. These are great sequels or spin-offs to Hardcore Henry. Reckless Rod. Reckless Rod meets Hardcore Henry, and since it's first person, it's the first time you get to see Hardcore Henry. Like
Yeah.
you didn't even know what he looked like.
Oh, he doesn't look in a mirror or anything? You
I don't know. I've not seen the movie.
Oh.
But
Maybe we should watch it on the next episode of what
no.
No. Oh,
Okay.
you know what I can talk about? I can give a little bit of an update on the other documentary, the Free Comic Book Day one that I'm doing. Because Tyler and I were talking, came up with an idea, and he was like, "You should run it through your co-director and see what he thinks." And so I hit him up, and the idea is once we have a assembly cut of the movie, of the documentary, and an assembly cut is going to be like at least 3 hours long. It's just everything cut together, all the interviews cut together, you know, all put together. So still a lot of shit to do is what I'm going to say. And it's going to be a very rough cut. The sound's not going to be done. There's probably not going to be any music added to it. But what we want to do with the assembly cut, because it's already so fucking hard to make these big cuts, you know, it's going to be 3 hours long. We need to get it down to at least an hour and a half. We want to get people's opinions about, you know, what's good and what's not, you know, what's fucking helpful in the documentary and what's not. So we're going to do a members only stream and view the movie together. And everyone in the chat, you know, I want you to be fucking going hard with your opinions. And I think this is I'm asking the right people, because everyone in this community has some fucking opinions, you know. Mark,
Yeah.
we need you there. So, and I want you to be hard with your opinions too, you know, like don't go fucking light on them and shit.
Yeah, because it can still be changed.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
if you think like something's completely useless, you know, you could just like type that, you know, like and a timestamp would be helpful too. Well, it might be a bit hard to do live, but you know, just like when she said, bro, that's useless information, you know, or whatever. So we're gonna do that live, and then for the members that can't make the live, I'm gonna leave it up for only 24 hours for people to watch, and then you know you can
20. I would do at least 48 if it's going to be that long of a doc too.
You reckon? I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't want to leave it up for too long.
24 though, man. That's because you got to think if it's 3 hours. Let's just say I can get it in like an hour today and an hour or so tomorrow. At least you give them 48. I mean, you can figure that out later.
Yeah, we can figure it. But there's definitely gonna be like a huge watermark all over it and everything like that. And
yeah,
I'm gonna, you know, obviously trusting the members a lot with this too. You know, I don't want anyone screen recording and taking clips. Yeah, people that do that, I'd be very upset. So please don't. But it'll be something fun, I reckon, because we haven't done a hell of a lot for our members. You know, we appreciate our members so fucking much because, you know, you guys helped me save up enough money to get to America, and now we're changing around for Tyler to be saving up to come to Australia. I feel like we've finally been able to give something back to our members with this as well, and you know, something fun, a cool member stream that we can all get together and on.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
Yeah. We're gonna have to find a time because I want us to be there live watching it as well.
Yeah, I do too.
So we're gonna have to find a good time. Even, you know, if there's people that want to join the live, like members, you know, if you want to be on screen, you know, we can have more of a conversation about it like that as well. You know.
No, I don't want that because I want to be focused.
You don't want that.
No.
No.
I for sure like want to watch it. Like watch it. I don't want to be talking.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'll probably be taking notes because
Yeah,
I know you want that.
I do. I want as many notes, as much feedback as possible. You know, because we need help making these hard cuts. You know, and I think it's harder for Dustin and I. You know, because we're a lot more attached to it. You know, because like we were there. we filmed it. You know, we're editing it. We're looking at it like this is really good shit. You know, how are we going to cut this? You know, but you would look at it completely different. You're nowhere near as attached to it else. You could be like that. You could get rid of this whole 5-minute scene. You know, like yeah. But I'm really excited for that because what we've got so far, and we're a little while off that yet either. I think that might even be like a month or two away before that stream. But we'll announce it and make it known. So if people that aren't members that just want to, if you just want to join for the 1 month to come in and watch the doco and then leave, that's fine. I'd appreciate your opinion. Yeah, that's that gossip.
So I only have one more thing. I almost did want to bring it up, but it can be a quick talk. I know it may be a little longer than the sports card national talk.
Oh, okay.
This past weekend, Lisa got a movie that she made me watch with her. So this is a movie from the 90s, I think. I guess I don't even know what year. It doesn't matter. And she was like, it's like not going to be that good. It's 90s cheesy. I was like, yeah, I've watched tons of 90s cheesy movies. I expected this movie to be like a Mary-Kate and Ashley type movie. I've seen like all those, and this was Spice World.
Oh, you've never seen it?
I've never seen Spice World.
How do you never see Spice World growing up in the 90s?
So this movie is really fucking hard to find. Like they haven't made it on Blu-ray or anything. They made it on DVD like back then and haven't made more copies. So Lisa had been looking for it for like years, literally years, and one popped up on Mercari for really cheap, and she got it. It's a movie. Okay, so to open the movie, this guy, like a talent agent kind of guy, I guess, discovers the Spice Girls on TV, and like while they're performing, and then like so they'll perform, and then you like cut back to him, and he's like trying to get them and find them and to get them on his agency, and then they'll perform again, and then they like meet aliens, and then we cut back to this guy who wants to like, I don't know what the fuck was happening in this movie. Then he hires this other guy to go break into their house. This guy wants to break into their house. He breaks in by going through the toilet and comes out of the toilet hole.
Makes sense.
Think about this. Somebody wrote, like, you could write any way to break into a house. He broke in through the fucking toilet hole.
They're in England. It makes sense.
So the other thing I was thinking about this movie while watching it, that this movie literally had to break like the space-time continuum, because it's a movie about a guy who discovers the Spice Girls and wants to represent them and make a movie about the Spice Girls. That's what it was. So this guy, in real life, a guy discovered the Spice Girls and wanted to make a movie about him. So what did he do? He made a movie about a guy that discovers the Spice Girls and wants to make a movie about them. It's like, you know what I mean? It just goes on and on. So that movie that he's making in the movie, he wants to make a movie discovering the Spice Girls about the Spice Girls.
Very meta.
How did this movie even come together?
I have no idea. I remember watching it in the 90s growing up because my sisters were fucking big Spice Girls fans. And the only thing I remember from the movie is that Meatloaf was the bus driver. That's the only thing I remember.
That movie, I don't know how it was a real movie. It literally felt like it had to be from a different world. And that's why it doesn't exist anymore. That's why you can't get new copies, because I don't think they have the first copy to make copies of.
Sad times for the Spice Girls.
It is mind-blowing, that movie.
Oh shit!
When the dude came through the toilet, I just
Was-
absolutely lost it.
Was Lisa happy after she watched it?
She was so happy. She said she
After-
remembered it just like she used to, and
That's exactly how she remembered, and she enjoyed it just as much.
yeah, for sure. But I'm sure there are movies that I don't or I did like that wouldn't like today, and I would like it because I used to like it. I think it was like that. It wasn't like she liked it because it's good. She liked it because she used to like it, kind of thing.
Yeah. There you go. Nostalgia goggles.
Like I just like can't stop thinking about that. Like, what if you went out and saw a guy on the street? And you're like, I want to make a movie about this guy on the street, and then your movie is about a guy finding a guy on the street, and he wants to make a movie about it. It's like there was actually no thought. It's like I don't know what movie to make, so I'm just going to make the movie about what I just did.
No, man. They're like, let's be meta as fuck.
We have no idea what to make this movie about, so we're going to make it about what we just did.
That's some like meta, like Deadpool shit way before Deadpool.
Oh, Deadpool! Mentioned that. I'm seeing Deadpool in less than 24 hours. I'm super hyped. I don't know any spoilers, and I hope I don't find any out.
I'm not seeing it until Saturday, so I'm logging off. I'm logging off the internet until Saturday.
The one thing though, I think if I do find it like a spoiler, it's going to be something like I find out who Lady Deadpool is, and it's not going to be that big a deal.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited. I think it's going to be a fun movie. As long as it's not about a guy discovering Deadpool and wanting to make a movie about Deadpool.
Mr. Bean the movie is one of the best fucking movies ever. That was one of my favorite movies from my childhood. Mr. Bean Goes to America. Have you seen that movie?
I haven't seen it, but you've shown me like a bunch of shit with Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
And I loved all of it. It reminded me of like Three Stooges.
It's funny. Hang on. Goes to America. It's funny because he's, as long as there's no Mr. Bean in the series, he didn't have a job that we knew of. And now he's, in the beginning of this movie, he works in the British Art Museum. And they're looking for someone to send over to America. And they decided to send Mr. Bean to get him away, you know? And so he goes to America, and a family this guy picks him up that works for this a museum in America, art gallery or whatever. And he takes him back to his house, and Mr. Bean lives with him and his family for like the week or so that he's in America. And what? Pepe Le Pew was framed? All right. Hey, DJ. Is that something that I missed? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was yesterday they were talking about Pepe Le Pew, and somebody was talking about something, and I don't know, got into Black Lives Matter, and that's why I brought it up.
Oh, okay. And he was framed.
Yeah.
That's the important part.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you haven't seen it, it's a good movie. You should go watch it. Mr. Bean the movie.
The art museum guy. He said CJ said it doesn't hold up to the test of time.
What?
Mr. Bean, I'm assuming.
No, Mr. Bean does. Both Mr. Bean. The Mr. Bean the movie and Mr. Bean Goes on Holiday. They're both fantastic movies. Mr. Bean, even the TV show still holds up. Like the reason why Mr. Bean got so fucking huge across the world is because you don't need to understand English or anything to fucking watch it, you know, like, and to enjoy it, because it's all real physical humor. So, and lots of English speaking countries, it got fucking huge, and I reckon that's why it would still hold up today. You know, you haven't got that. So, because sometimes when they talk, it really dates shit. You know, there's some episodes that I watch of The Office, and they'll mention like the planking, like this episode starts with the planking, and I was like, this dates the fuck out of this episode. You know what I mean?
But that's what makes it good.
But that's true. But there's nothing in Mr. Bean that dates it like that, I reckon. You know, like, huge phenomenons at the time, or trends that they brought into the show, and You know, I don't know. It's the fucking best.
I was watching Marcus's stream. I want to say it might have even been 2 weeks ago, and they were talking about top. I think he said 5, but it might have been 3 favorite TV shows of all time. What's your top 3?
My top 3. You're
Yeah,
gonna put me on the spot like that?
yeah, of course. I'm gonna put myself on the spot. I don't even know what I would say.
My top. I reckon this could change tomorrow. It could change. It could change in like 10 minutes if you ask me again.
Yeah,
But my top 3, I'll go The Office, Eastbound and Down, and Mr. Bean.
Eastbound and Down.
I love Mr.
Wow,
Eastbound.
I'm just surprised you said that. I knew The Office. Mine has The Office on it too.
Yeah,
And-
Eastbound and
and-
Down is seriously one of my favorite. Kenny Powers might be one of my favorite characters ever from a TV show. Just it's so entertaining watching a character fuck up his life. You know, like it really is. He takes like 1 step forward and 2 steps back.
What's his friend's name again that he always yells at? His friend just kills me.
I can't remember. It's been.
It's such a dumb name. Yeah. Maybe it's not a dumb name. Honestly, he's just dumb. So that's why I'm thinking it's a dumb name.
Every season is like, I just love how every season is a different setting as well. You know, we start at the school and go to Mexico and then into Florida and then we go to Hollywood. And it's like, and each different scenario puts Kenny Powers into crazy different scenarios and shit as well. Will Ferrell, his fucking cameos in that show is Ashley Schaefer. That might be
season 1 cameo.
Yeah, that might be one of my favorite characters of Will Ferrell's. Ashley Schaefer's BMWs. Woo!
No, Office is definitely on mine. Breaking Bad too. I don't know what I'd pick for a third one.
I love Breaking Bad. It really is like a top tier show. I put it right up there. But I
already know what you're gonna say. Can I guess?
What?
There's too many sad episodes.
No, I rank my shows on rewatchability.
Oh god, rewatch the shit out of it.
I can't rewatch Breaking Bad anymore. It's too much. It's too much. You got to be in the right headspace and everything to go on that adventure because it's a fucking roller coaster and a half, and it's so well done. You know.
Yeah.
I've watched it I think I've maybe watched it 3 times now from start to finish, and I feel like that's enough. You know, like I've enjoyed it enough, and I don't need to go through that again.
But yeah, I mean that might be true for you. I've probably watched it 5, maybe 6 times, beginning to end. And a couple weeks ago, I restarted it, so I'm on season 2. But I'm just like slowly trickling through it, like an episode here or there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like near the end of season 2, and like they just met Gus, and I'm just like, man, I forgot how early a lot of stuff happens in the series. Like, the series is relentless. Like, there's not any we're gonna dick around for 3 episodes.
It's a fantastic.
It's just
show.
fucking
It really is.
banger. And then a lot of the episodes are very like one. They stand alone very well. Like it's almost like a movie, and then 3 episodes go together perfectly in another movie.
Yeah. But there doesn't feel like there's any fillers, you know, even like the standalone.
One filler, you know it is.
What one's that?
The Fly.
Yeah.
0 out of 10.
I like bottle episodes like that though.
No, that's a bad episode. It's not funny. It's not interesting. We don't learn anything new. I've watched it each time, and the last time I skipped it. Because I remember the last time I was like, the last 3 seconds of the episode is the only relevant thing to the entire episode.
There you go. But yeah, I'm surprised, Rad, you got fucking Heroes in there. I haven't thought of Heroes in so long.
I never saw Heroes.
The first season of Heroes is fucking fantastic. It's some of the best television ever, especially for the time. Save the cheerleader, save the world. It was like it had a mantra. It had a goal to achieve that whole first season, and as soon as they achieved that goal, they saved the cheerleader and they saved the world. Season 2 just felt, and every season after that, for me at least, didn't have like that same hype and that same, fucking drive.
Yeah.
So obviously, I said I didn't watch it, but I do. I'm pretty sure between season 1 and 2, or 2 and 3, there was like a big writer's strike or something,
yeah.
and that killed it. That really
Yeah,
hurt
that
it.
definitely affected. There was a lot of time jumping and stuff like that as well. Some characters going to the past, like fucking hundreds of years and shit like that. And I don't know. Sometimes that kind of stuff can really bore me, you know, when it comes out of nowhere. But yeah, like I said, that first season, I could rewatch that first season so many times and never get sick of it. But yeah, I would recommend watching the first season. Definitely, if you feel like keep going, you can keep going. But yeah. And I've never seen Alice in Borderlands. Have you?
Me neither. I don't know anything about it.
No. So you don't have a third?
I don't know. The one that comes to mind is Everybody Loves Raymond, but I don't think that's actually it.
I didn't think
I
anyone
loved that
Did
show.
you really?
Absolutely loved it. I think Ray Romano is so funny. What I always said about Seinfeld was I think Seinfeld ideas were like 10 out of 10. All of the side characters, 10 out of 10. Jerry Seinfeld, not funny. It's like he's a funny person, but not in the show. And if they had somebody like, in my opinion, Ray Romano or somebody who was funnier play that role, that show could have been like unbeatable for all time. Some people already think that, but I really don't think he's funny.
I'm really surprised that someone in like our age bracket would put Ray Romano on their top 3 list. I would think you would have MASH on there as well with fucking Ray Romano.
No, I liked MASH. There was a guy, I forget his name, from Fort
I liked
Wayne.
MASH too, but it's not top 3 shit like fucking Ray Romano.
Oh, I just loved that show as a kid. I just thought it was so funny. I loved Doris Burke and did I just say Doris Burke?
You did.
Oh, the mom. I don't know. The mom and dad. Why did I say Ray Romano? I know I know it's such an old person show, but I still think it's so funny.
Wait. Alice in Borderlands is a Korean show, but it stars Jason Momoa?
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Jason Momoa TV show called C is really good. I've heard that too. It's on Apple TV.
I haven't got Apple TV.
No, me neither. I just know what it is.
There you go. Well, I think I'm all gossiped out.
Yeah, that's about all my gossip for the day.
It was some good gossip today, though.
It was. I'm sure we'll have a lot next time as well. Oh, should we just double check? Can you hit refresh?
Yeah. I'll just refresh the page.
Oh, we know some other people commented, so we know there's going to be.
What the hell? Go away, Adam. Fucking aerosol? What the hell? Alright. Let's have a look here. We've had some replies.
Oh, Comic Book Fights is on now too. Oh, Gary B's on with Digger Jim. So go over to Izzyverse NYC after this for sure, or now because we're just looking. Just leave us. Who cares?
Joe
Biden spoke while we were live.
What?
We could have watched that live and we fucking missed it. Can you believe that?
Can we watch it now before we go?
No.
Please?
It's 10 minutes. Do you really want to?
I really do.
Okay, we can.
Yeah.
Both of y'all are dorks. Now what dorks? Now what?
Can you share it? Can you find it and share it? You might be able to find it easier because you're in America.
Is that true?
I'm assuming because it's an American president. It's not the president in Australia. Let's have a look. What's our King Joe got to say?
I'm speaking to you tonight from behind the Resolute desk in the Oval Office. In this sacred space, I'm surrounded by portraits of extraordinary
pause it?
American presidents.
Doesn't that, my first thought straight away is this looks AI generated.
My first thought is he is just a perfect man.
He is. He was so beautiful.
Thomas Jefferson wrote the immortal words that guide this nation. George Washington, who showed us presidents are not kings. Abraham Lincoln, who implored us to reject malice.
He did.
Franklin Roosevelt, who inspired us to reject fear.
I'm not sure who that is.
I revere this office, but I love my country more. It's been the honor of my life to serve as your president. But in the defense of democracy, which is at stake, I think is more important than any title. I draw strength and I find joy in working for the American people. But this sacred task of perfecting our union, it's not about me. It's about you, your families, your futures. It's about we, the people. We can never forget that. And I never have. I've made it clear that I believe America is at an inflection point. One of those rare moments in history when the decisions we make now will determine our fate of our nation and the world for decades to come. America's going to have to choose between moving forward or backward, between hope and hate, between unity and division. We have to decide, do we still believe in honesty, decency, respect, freedom, justice, and democracy? In this moment,
You want to pause it?
we can see those.
I just want to ask you, because you're an American, he's talking to you here. Do you agree so far? Do you believe in those things?
I don't think he's said much yet. He's just kind of getting to his point, right?
No, but he said that you believe in stuff.
I really wish somebody would like take this video and change all of the pictures behind him to like different funny things.
We could do
Like
that.
what if Ryan Reynolds took this and just reposted the video with pictures of Deadpool and Wolverine behind him? And that's it. That's the only thing different.
That'd be great.
Those we disagree with, not as enemies, but as fellow Americans. Can we do that?
Jesus.
Does character and public life still matter? I believe I know the answer to these questions because I know you, the American people. And I know this. We are a great nation because we are good people.
Mm-hmm.
When you elected me to this office, I promise to always level with you, to tell you the truth. And the truth, the sacred cause of this country is larger than any one of us. And those of us who cherish that cause, cherish it so much, a cause of American democracy itself, must unite to protect it. You know, in recent weeks, it's become clear to me that I need to unite my party in this critical endeavor. I believe my record as president, my leadership in the world, my vision for America's future, all merited a second term. But nothing can come in the way of saving our democracy. That includes personal ambition. So I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation. That's the best way to unite our nation. You know, there is a time and a place for long years of experience in public life. There's also a time and a place for new voices, fresh voices, yes, younger voices. And that time and place is now.
That's true.
Over the next 6 months, I'll be focused on doing my job as president. That means I'll continue to lower costs for hardworking families, grow our economy. I'll keep defending our personal freedoms and our civil rights, from the right to vote to the right to choose. I'll keep calling out hate and extremism. Make it clear there is no place in America for political violence or any violence ever, period.
Ooh.
What? How could they interrupt the fucking president of America with this fucking ad?
I'm going to keep speaking out.
Should I stop it there?
What? I'm
Yeah,
invested.
I'm gonna stop it. That's good enough.
What? How could you cut off the president of America?
You know, the one thing I'll say, I know he dropped out, but there's nothing stopping me from voting for Joe Biden. Just because he's out, still getting my vote.
It's that day. I'm glad that he's
man.
alive, at least.
I know he was struggling talking, but God bless that man.
How much coke did they give him to have the energy to give this speech?
God, I feel bad. I feel bad for that guy, man.
Yeah. I watched a video of him. It was two from like him in 2012 and him this year. And the way he was talking in 2012, I was like, who is this person? This isn't the Joe that I love.
Yeah. God, today's Joe's so much better.
Yeah. That's so weird. So I thought he's always been like this. But no.
Poor Joe.
Yeah. Some people just age like fine wine, like Joe.
I wonder if I can. We need to end this fucking live.
Why?
Just because it's been almost 2 hours, we're not talking about anything.
We're talking about all right. No more Joe talk. This is the end of Whack Gossip.
No. I was gonna look something up.
Oh, what are you looking at? You say we should end this, then you're looking more shit up.
One more thing.
All right, one more thing. Come on now.
I don't know if I can get it.
What is it? You don't tell us what it is? We just.
I mean, if I can't find it, it doesn't even make sense for me to explain it.
I'm glad we stayed live for this. It was worth everyone's time.
No, I can't find it. It's too quick. Too much pressure. End it. That's it. That's it.
Should we
We're
watch,
done.
We could watch Izzyverse for a while.
No, God, I can do anything else.
I'm gonna go watch Izzyverse.
Yeah,
Bye, everyone. Thanks
for watching.
Thanks for watching Whack Gossip XOXO.
Just remember, no one's stopping you from voting for Joe.
Yeah, this whole
Nobody.
episode was dedicated to President Joe Biden, the King, and we'll see you next time. Maybe.